Hey guys, Mike here. So quick and easy video for you guys. Obviously, a lot of housing market data has been coming out. A lot of fear-mongering videos are being put out all over YouTube. And the truth is, does the data show and back up what they're saying? And so I'm going to show you that so you can see it for yourself firsthand, the latest data that's come out. And how you can actually track this. And I'm not saying you can predict it, but you can see it coming from a mile away if there was ever going to be another housing crash, and how you could have predicted the first one in '08. And understand this is much different standards, hopefully, what's going on, what the banks are doing and stuff. And so I don't think we've ever seen anything like that again in loans that are not bundling mortgage-backed securities and all that good stuff and just handing houses out to people who have no business owning a house because they have no income, that kind of stuff. And so it's a little different, first of all, in that perspective. But I really want you to, one, get out of this what the current data is, and two, how you can track it and see this coming yourself, okay? And again, if you subscribe to the channel, I'm going to keep up with it for you. So hit the like and subscribe button for me. Share this video. I really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. And let's get right into the data and what it is actually telling us. And so obviously, depending on where you live at, we know housing prices have absolutely skyrocketed. I mean, this looks like a NASDAQ chart right there from 2020, right? Just goes right up. You don't see any increase like this anywhere else on the chart. Straight up it goes. And if we zoom in here, you'll even see, I mean, it a little better. I mean, look at that. That is a NASDAQ chart, except that's actually median sales prices of homes in the United States right there. And so, and there's no end in sight, because we zoom in even more, you can see right there, they continue to go up. Again, it depends on where you live out in the United States. Now, what has happened here? You got home prices going up. You got the mortgage rates going through the roof. They're as high as they've been since '09. And if you look right here, I just did this today. There's a 30-year fixed mortgage for you, 5.79%. You can see the 10/6 arm is coming back in popularity. This is going to get worse. Why is it going to get worse? Because the Fed holds $2.7 trillion of mortgage-backed securities, which they're going to start rolling off the balance sheet in June. And that's going to put pressure on mortgage rates and push them even higher. And so what, of course, is this doing? Check it out. This is people purchasing homes. What's happened? It's falling off a cliff because they can't afford it because of the home prices and these mortgage interest rates. And what's happened to the refinance applications? Well, they've fallen off a cliff, and as rates go up even higher, then look what's happening. They keep going off, and that's why I showed you the other day, the banks are laying off in the mortgage lending sectors of their companies. And so this must mean that the housing market is about to crash and burn. And that could possibly happen, but the truth is the data don't really back it up that I see. And here's what I'm looking at, more importantly, and let me know in the comments what you look at on this. But when you look at it, there's some things you can do to predict in a way, or see this coming ahead of time if there's going to be a major drop and stuff. Plus also predicts a recession as well. And so if you look at this chart right here, the first thing I want to look at is construction employment, right? It slows ahead of any recession. You can see right here in the dot-com bubble. You can see up there during '08, it started to slow down between '06 and '07. And if you look at the current data we just got in April, you can see right here, you know, there is a slowing of it in this area. And these are, you know, good paying jobs here. So, I mean, this is something you got to keep an eye on. And it makes sense, right? I mean, you're going to start laying off workers and not hiring as fast if the market starts to slow down dramatically, because you're not going to pay people to build these houses, right? And just sit there for nothing. And you can see the growth right here. This is year over year in April. Still got growth in the residential and non-residential areas right now. And another thing you can do is put XHB, which is a Homebuilder ETF, on your chart, wherever you do it in, TradeView, Yahoo, whatever. Because as you can see, there's a big drop. If you go back to '08, look what happened. Same exact thing. We had this huge drop in '06, well before the crash ever happened, right? It bounced off, right? So, and then boom, '07 hits in February. It breaks down below the previous low right there. And then that's when the crash happens. It falls right off a cliff. All hell broke loose and stuff like that. And then if we go back to where we're at now, what I'm waiting to see is, do we get a bounce and move back up? Because if we do get a bounce and move back up, obviously, I'll be drawing a trend line to come across and see if we end up dropping back down and going back through, you know, that previous low. And so this is something you can look at to see and go, okay, because it's going to happen before we ever get anything in the actual market. And so another good thing to do is, which I have in my disposal, is know somebody that's in the mortgage lending business, know somebody that's on the residential side as far as building, and knowing somebody that builds on the commercial side. Okay, and I'm talking to those three people constantly. The mortgage lender told me the phones have dried up. not happening. Same way those charts just show. As far as residential and commercial, I'm not getting any feedback as far as those slowing yet. And the one who did residential actually predicted the '08 crash, and he was right on, because he could see what was happening well before it ever hit the mainstream media and stuff like that. And so, thus, real quick video. Don't be a victim. Know stuff. Share in the comments what you're tracking to see stuff like this coming, because this will affect the overall market economy as a whole as well. And so anyway, hope you got something out of it. Hit the like, subscribe button if you did, and I'll see you guys later.